So when Kevin and I first met, you came on the show for the first time when was it?
Yeah, when was that?
Before COVID.
Yeah, totally. Like probably 2018, 2019.
And I was being like a diva, like my hat on, similar to this. Like it's like, trying to be cool and shit. Like,
you're being an artist.
I was being a faggot.
It was December of 2019.
I'm Gabe. For the niggas who don't know who I am, I can say that word.
When was it?
December of 2019.
2019, a different world. So when we were there, we were like on like 90 different radio stations across the country. So yeah, we would program like a song, and then it'd be on 90 stations. Yeah.
Did you like that interview? Sorry.
I mean, I thought it was. Good question. I thought it was really special because you guys are very much at a different phase, and I think you were like also dealing with mainstream success.
That's true.
For the first time ever. Yeah. It was also like bookended by a lot. Like you had promo earlier that day, you had a concert that night or the next day, and it was like a big show. I mean, they were working you, and you also had a song at CHR. Like that comes with like a big responsibility, and like it was a lot. I just
thanks for saying that.
Yeah, I just thought it was a conversation at a really cool point in your life.
Did you like that interview?
No, I thought it was really cool.
Okay.
I thought it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a great interview. I thought
Wait, Kevin, can you just pull that mic?
It reminded me of. Is this better?
Yeah, it's good.
It reminded me of Howard Stern. The textures of how it looked after. Maybe it's the purple. I don't know what it is.
Nah, back then it was the brick, and I got to say I did that. Like everything you're saying right now is like everything I want to hear because who did I have in mind when designing that space?
Howard Stern.
Wow. Okay. See, something about that, and I'm like obsessed with Hollywood and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know.
We have so much.
I like talking to you. It was great.
Well, and
it was
then
awesome. It was awesome.
Mutual, and I did run into you at an Air One. Like
that's true.
Like I don't know, like 8 months ago.
This nigga just made fun of me for being at Air One. I met he from Houston. Like he like why you at Air One? So wait, can you hit the falsetto real quick?
You ain't hit the falsetto?
Yeah,
just like randomly.
Like sing it or just talk.
Twin, hit the falsetto, twin.
No, but like sing a bar.
Oh shit, what's that sing? What's the song on the album?
Just be like Howard Stern is so beautiful to me.
Howard Stern is so beautiful to me.
Interesting. How do you find out you can do that?
See what I'm saying? Like
what?
You ever heard of Michael Jackson, twin?
Yeah, so
he's Michael Jackson.
He's Michael Jackson. Right, Ben.
There we go.
By the way, at the time of recording, Kai Sanat's across the hall, and you did compare him to Michael Jackson, but the reality is you could be.
He is. He's
take one of those gloves off. Let's find out.
Oh shit! Yeah, right.
Also, by the way, hi, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Stanley. Welcome to the studio, Kevin Abstract.
Hey,
and can you introduce who you're with?
Yes. These are So I'm sweating like a bitch.
We can make it colder in here.
Can you actually?
Fuck yeah.
Can we make it really cold?
Come in and make it really cold.
I'm black. Black people love when it's cold. So.
There's like a.
Is that true? Is that
that's true. Come on, think about it. The like plantations. My fault.
Wait, so okay, who are we with?
Starting off strong.
And also, why are you wearing gloves? Like you're
question.
right.
Why aren't you wearing gloves, twin?
I mean, dude,
give him one.
Twin, you want a glove?
I honestly don't
Here,
even know.
hold on, take a glove, twin.
I'm nervous to see what your hands look like underneath though.
Here, put one on.
I mean,
You gotta wear it all the time.
Like every other black person's hands.
I'm so dead. Oh, this is.
Wait, so what are you hiding? You say you're hiding nothing.
It's part of fashion.
I'm not hiding
Part of the outfit.
I think
It's fashion.
It's love spells.
It's love spells.
Love spells.
It's blush.
You are all over blush.
Yeah. I am.
Right.
Thanks to him.
How do you,
Thanks, sir.
how'd you guys meet?
Instagram Academy.
Nigga, microphone on time.
Instagram Academy.
I got y'all.
Thank you.
I was at like home one night, and then he hit me up. I know exactly what he said. This nigga, he was like, "Howdy," and like texted me like, "Howdy," like you would never say that shit in LA, twin. You'd be like, "Hey, like, let's go to Air One. I want you on my album." But nah, he hit me up. He was like, "Howdy," and I responded. I was low key like a little jaded. I was like, oh shit, like this is random as fuck. Cause like bro's in with the culture and shit.
You were
so
happy.
I was like, oh shit,
He was like, oh my god, hi. That was him.
Twin, that's me, twin.
All right, nigga. Oh, that's
me,
what
twin.
you did, twin.
But shit, what am I supposed to do? Like,
nigga,
Playboy Cardi, like not speak to you, nigga, like. But
oh my god,
I hit him up. I was like, oh shit, like this is fire. And he was like, your music's fired. And I was like, thank you. Yours is fire. And then he was like, pull up. I pulled up. It was like 12 a.m. when I pulled up, actually.
And you're in Texas at the time?
Yeah, Houston, Texas. They were already there for a bit before that, but I came on. We made as soon as I pulled up, introduced me to everyone, and then he immediately played me. Can I see the name of it?
Yeah, bro.
He immediately played me Bloom, which was the first track that I recorded on off the album. He played that for me. I did my verse on it. I think they were also like hella surprised because they like thought I don't know if they thought I pitched my voice up or something, but that was pretty like funny to see. We went there, I did that. Next, I think we did another song that night too. I think it was Yoko Ono that same night. And that all started with me like I think I was joke rapping like over the beat, and he was like, "Oh, that's hard, twin. Put it down." And so I put it down, but they were like, "Oh, but do it in that falsetto voice." So I rapped it in the falsetto voice,
Right.
and that was like the first song that I like rapped on the album, which is wild that like I'm rapping all throughout this project. It was gonna be a whole different thing for me and stuff because I'm not a rapper. If you hear my music, like I'm singing in a falsetto voice about love, like, and I'm like heartbroken as fuck. Like on all my songs, it's like it's a very different vibe. It's guitar bass. It's like it's not rap.
He
music.
usually sounds like Lana.
So
I'm Nigga Del Rey.
Nigga Del Rey.
do you just walk into these two in the studio? So it's Quadeca and Kevin?
I didn't show up till later.
Yeah, he didn't show up till later. Blush Dome.
Wait, so when do you come into the project?
Should I call you Kevin or Ian? How do you want me to call you?
Ask Zach.
Wait, I'll call him Kevin because that's what people know.
I mean, you are. It's so crazy.
He's a
you can call him Kevin.
Wait, Twin, you're not wearing the glove.
I mean,
Where's the glove? I gave you the glove to wear.
I
It
was
doesn't match his aesthetics one for his
Yes,
show.
it does. Look at that fit.
I think it's
It is
Twin,
actually
you gotta
I was
expand.
nervous.
That's hard, right?
I like it.
Y'all hate
I feel like I'm ready to either like drive a really large sedan or
Give me my
shovel
glove
snow.
This nigga, bro. Oh my god.
I'm putting you on and you like.
No, you are putting me on. Thanks for the attempt.
No, thank you.
Wait. I like where we're going with the Ben question.
Yeah, so
Yes.
okay, how do you?
Quadeca, sorry. Wait,
Yeah,
what
it
do I
doesn't
call
matter.
you, Swan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben.
Ben.
Either way. So
Also, Quadeca, interesting name.
yeah. So Kevin had basically sent me like a very rough version of Blush. Like it was like a lot of songs, and I could feel there was like magic there. But it was super rough. Like the mixes were all over the place, and there were certain things like we got to cut that. Like I immediately went into like curation brain, and I was like, you need a song like this, you need a song like this. Like you should cut this. You should do a verse here. You know what I mean? Like I just couldn't help myself but give like the most annoying notes. But I was very excited by the project because it felt like the kind of album that like everybody's been waiting for Kevin to make for like his whole career. You know what I mean? Like, because you know, in Brockhampton and all these different phases that you've been in, you've dabbled in so many ways, but in terms of like a solo album from you, like you've never done something that's had this much variety, but that's still so you. You know what I mean? And that the idea of that created like a very interesting opportunity that like I wanted to help facilitate because I feel like I could see his vision and I wanted to help make it as good as I could, you know.
18 songs. Like, how many songs is the whole thing done when you get it, or
there was probably like 10 of the songs that are on the final version in earlier stages, and then there was some old song because we met a couple years ago. You know, a similar kind of thing where it's like an internet. He's like the greatest reaching out curator like I've ever witnessed. Kevin will just DM anybody whenever he feels like it, and the shit that he's got on his phone, he's like, oh, this person just listened to the album, this person wants to hop on it. It's like absolutely insane. And I was, I guess, a product of that, where he liked a song or two that I did and was like, let's work. And then, I think we connected a lot in the studio, and I, as just a big fan of him over the years, it's almost like this moment where when you're a fan of somebody and you want to see them do a certain thing, but like I actually have the ability to do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I could just produce anything, and if we trust each other's creativity and our vision, and like we try hard enough, we could actually do it and fulfill some of this, potential that I see from like a third person perspective, and do it collaboratively. So yeah, and we had worked on this project called Glue that was scrapped and never came out, and the songs were so good, and I was like still salty about that. I was like, bro, how are you never gonna put out this song and whatever? So I kind of convinced him to put a couple of those songs on this album, and just it felt like a realization of a lot of the ideas that we had started, and then I think just through our creative relationship, he gave me a lot of the reins to like make hard choices and kind of be an asshole and be like, let's cut this, and no, we need this song on here.
Why is that important for you? Like, why do you need that?
I'm already making so many hard decisions for the record, and I feel like it's nice to have someone who's like, he wasn't living in Texas with us like full time, so it's nice to have someone that I trust creatively be like, actually, you're fried for this part. Lose that verse, replace his verse. Like, it's nice to have someone to like produce with in that way. Yeah, it's just like beyond comforting. It's like productive, because I'm trying to make something that will last for a very long time.
So, do you think the best the way to get that product is by having other people decide what stays or what goes? Or
yeah, at times it's like, I love, like, it's very Warholian of me. Like, I love Warhol. I love
Warholian. Did you just make that up?
No, that's a thing.
Warholian? Is that real?
Google it.
Can someone Google that real quick?
I believe he is correct.
It's a thing.
That's fire. I thought you made that up, nigga. I thought you were like genius.
It is a thing. It was confirmed in my ear.
No, I just study a lot, man.
By the way, the best artists are students, right?
Yeah. No, I'm like obsessed with Warhol and Dre and Quincy Jones and stuff like just people who like
and yourself
direct and orchestrate. Whatever.
Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
Something I thought was interesting is that, like, just learning about Kevin's process. He's a great collaborator, and he really creates a space for everybody to try something. Like, you know what I mean? Like that example that you said where he was like, no, that joking shit you did, like, actually do that. He like creates a space for everybody to do anything, and then builds the song from that, which I think is very interesting. And I think a lot of my notes were almost like less of like being like, hey, let me decide everything, and being like, you're a great artist. Like, you have to believe in yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like by giving the voice of the project to so many different people, like I just felt like sometimes it was almost my duty, like as like a self-esteem reminder of like you're really good at this shit, and you are here for a reason, and you should live up to the standards that everybody has set for you and that you can do. So I think that there was also just some other kinds of like creative just affirmation that my job was, to be like, hey, this part is good, like lean into that. And you know what I mean? I just want to like, the only thing I care about is like seeing good music get made. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about like, if I'm not living in Texas with everybody. So it's like, I don't care about, oh, okay, I'm going to get in drama with this person because they're going to think, oh, this guy's an asshole. Like, I don't like really care. And I don't approach it in ever a mean-spirited way. But
why Texas though? Like, Texas is where you're from, but why was Texas the place for this album? And how'd you get there?
Twin. It's so deep. Like I went through a really like an awful friendship breakup / romantic breakup, and usually when something happens to me that feels devastating, I either go to Texas or Hawaii. So I went to Texas. And yeah, I was just like lost as hell and linked back up with people who I've known since like elementary school or middle school, high school, whatever. Like people that actually treated me with like real care when no one knew who the fuck I was, basically. And then just fell into this thing, kind of fell into like making things with people I love and people who give a fuck about me, basically.
Are they new people?
No,
or old, like
no.
new old? Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're new old. It's people I haven't seen in years, and like they've grown, and like they're like, yeah, you know, parted ways, and we found like a way back into each other's lives, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, type.
Do you feel like you only found each other or way back into each other's lives, one, because of Texas, and two, because of this moment in your life?
Yeah, definitely both. Definitely both.
You have said you write the best out of survival.
Yeah.
Is that true for this album? Were you trying to survive?
Yeah, but I also think in ways I thrive off chaos.
I mean, look at, dude, Brockhampton was chaos.
yeah. I kind of like, it's not that I like a mess, but I like when things feel heavy, like emotionally, I guess. Yeah.
Wait, explain that to me. So, like, you like turmoil and chaos in your own life?
Well,
or?
no. I'm not saying that, but I do like when things feel like Breaking Bad last season. It's like, oh my God, this is getting way too real. Like that feeling I'm obsessed with.
In your life?
When it informs my work. You know.
What was fueling that here?
With this record?
Yeah.
Me just being so overwhelmed with like this breakup I was going through, and like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna get in my Jeep and just drive to Texas.
And you did.
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm that I love, so it's like whatever. You know, this being dramatic sometimes helps me find my way back to making a record I like, or making music I like.
What does that teach you about yourself?
That I'm crazy.
And that's okay.
And I need some help. No, for real, it teaches me that that I'm sensitive. If I'm being real, like I'm quite sensitive. Yeah.
Is that a part of what makes you great, though? And also, like, both sensitivity and a sense of longing and community is what drove you at the very beginning of this.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. I agree with you. Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of a superpower more than it is a weakness.
Thank you. It's just like it can get in the way, and it has, you know.
How so?
I think I talk about it a lot on the album. I'm kind of vague with it though when I talk about it, but it's like it gets in the way when it gets in the way of my productivity or my superpower, as you said, like when I'm just so deep in the moment of like the nigga I'm arguing with or who I'm beefing with, or like, you know, I'm just like, it just feels so heavy. It's like a cloud. Yeah, it's like a cloud.
Is that as it relates to work? Because you do, I've never met a human being who collaborates with more people than you. Mm-hmm. On quite literally everything. So how do you balance that with, like, you have to have healthy beef to work, to get to any end result?
Well, that's the issue. That's what I'm saying. Like that, yeah, superpower works against me.
but you're
Every day, all day.
Do you believe your sympathy and empathy is what led you to carrying so many people? Like, I think that drove you to collecting so many collaborators to begin with. No?
What do you mean?
Like, I swear to Christ, I have never had more people on my show than when Brockhampton came to our studio. And we have K-pop groups that have 22 people in them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't, and I say this with peace and love, and I think everybody was required and did something.
Yeah.
But you shared that spotlight, bro.
Yeah.
So like, even the like of what like, most people in that position are the opposite of sharing. Even today, you still share. So like, you have to beef along the way, and you're actively choosing to share what you have with so many people. That is driven by empathy and sympathy to a certain degree.
Thank you for saying that. Empathy, and also, I just like stories. I know this is a beautiful story. Yeah, like I think about it's great.
Can you explain what Blush is as a whole and how that differs from what Brockhampton was?
Of course, yeah. Blush is not a boy band. Blush is not it's not really a group. It's like it's whatever it's gonna be tomorrow, you know? Like it's like different members, artists I love, someone I could meet tomorrow in LA. I might just join, like, you know what I mean? It's like that's kind of the vibe, you know?
So it's just a collective, or
Not really. I would say I feel weird.
a rotating supergroup?
I guess, but no, that also feels corny to say. Like it kind of feels like, sorry, but I'm trying to be open with you. Like,
Please.
it feels like it could be whatever it's supposed to be. It could just be me tomorrow, or just a Spells album, like, you know, or like whatever. Like I think it's just like, you know what it is? It's pride. It's queer.
It's the summer twin.
Let's go.
It's very queer. It's very confusing. And the closest thing I can compare it to, honestly, is like the Warhol Factory, where it's like, or Warhol Superstars, you know, like that's kind of the vibe.
Interesting.
And there's a wiki page on that, twin, since you think I'm lying about all this shit.
I ain't call you a liar, twin.
It's
My
like
fault, son.
it's like a cosign.
It's like, you know, it's like world building. It's like a movie to me. Like Blush is like theatrical.
Yeah,
and
like
epic
the
and
best
dramatic
analogy
and
that he said, or that we kind of like arrived at, to me was that it's like a cast. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like the album is a movie, and some scenes just involve him. Some of them involve other characters, and maybe in the next movie, you know, there's some muses, there's some recurring characters, but it's more about the specific release and the curation of the voices for that, rather than like, we are in a brotherhood together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You say
exactly.
that's fair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben. So articulate.
interesting.
So beautiful. Thank
So
you.
this is like
So not on the interview.
but this is like an ever evolving thing.
Yeah.
This will take on, like, this is more than just one body of work.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't want to be like, it's a band or like, you know, I just wanted to feel free and fluid and make things in Texas, make everything in Texas, come to LA, do stuff like this, and then go back home. That's my vibe.
When did you realize that you needed to stay in Texas?
When we were working on Blush, I was like, I gotta stay here because I'm making like things that feel pure to me. You know, this feels right. And once I met this crazy ass nigga next to me, this DMX ass nigga. Look at him. What is his hat on? Is that my hat?
Twin,
I think it's my hat.
I told you, twin, this is your hat. I told you like a million times.
He's wearing my
I
hat.
am wearing your hat, twin. This nigga hasn't had ownership of this hat in like a month and a half. So I brought this shit on tour. I wore it on stage.
My fault.
So now it belongs to you?
I think so.
It belongs to Blush, twin.
Fair.
Lil Saint got your pants right now.
I know, I believe it.
Diego and Lil Saint share that shit. They was fighting over it like a couple days ago. I'm wearing the pants.
Bro, stop. Wow.
Can we talk about Pop Out?
Whoa.
Oh, you're on that.
You like that? You like
I
that?
love that song.
Okay. Zach,
Oh, that one has my favorite lyric when he says,
What's your favorite?
"Bend her over and that shit sound like a missile."
that is not Love Spells, twin.
who
That's
said that part?
that's Sir Tagan.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sometimes it all blends together for me.
Sir Tagan. That's
that
what I'm
wasn't
talking
you?
about. No, that is me. That is me.
Oh, that's
no,
you.
that is me.
Oh, okay.
But it's not Love Spells.
Oh,
But it is
I
Love
get it.
It's a
Spells.
different version of you?
When it's
a
dropping, it's
different
gonna be
version
Love
of
Spells.
him.
Who are you looking at right now, twin?
Oh,
What?
shit.
Who are you looking at right now?
Who is this?
You?
Who are you?
I mean, I think I
Tell
don't know.
us. Are you Love Spells? Are you
Twin.
taking? Who are you right
Yeah,
now?
twin.
Who are
I
you?
got
Twin?
multiple personalities. Twin.
Oh, we
He's
know.
absolutely.
And they fight on the album.
People. Yeah,
They
when I
fight on
walked
the
in
album.
and I first met everybody, they had already made so many of the songs, and I was like, "Who's that woman that's singing on all those hooks? Like that shit's like fire, like the real like breathy." And then everyone kind of looked around like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" It was like he's doing like 4 different people on the album. It's pretty
No,
incredible.
but on Girlfriend, you are singing with Truly Young, who is Dr.
The
Dre's
intro
daughter.
says, "My boy got a girlfriend."
That's
Like,
you.
I say
That's
that in
you?
a high voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not pitched up, by the way.
So when
Just
did
put that out there. I do not pitch up my vocals.
When did you realize you can do that?
Good question.
I was shit, twin. You never asked.
Okay, well, tell Zach. Twin. He asked.
Shit. I was I think I was 18 and I had just put out an EP where I started to make things that are more more, I want to say like indie rock oriented. I hate like using that word, but more guitar songs and more like electric. I started using drums more. And I started trying to say I started wondering how I could make my music more intimate and more like more beautiful, more feminine, honestly. I have a strong affinity towards femininity, and I find that very important. And a lot of my music, especially, which is why I do sing as high as I do. It's almost like, because you look at this black man singing the way that he does, and it's like, even when I went on tour, I would hop on stage looking like this, and people would be like, "What is this nigga about to what am I about to in store for?" And then I play my music, and they'd be come up to me after the show and be like, "Oh shit, I was not expecting that from you. This is beautiful. This is that's what I strive for, and that's what I like, and the emotion in it, in contrast to the portrayal of it, and my appearance as well is all important to me as well. It's almost like I'm desensitizing. I feel like I'm desensitizing people to a certain way of thinking.
You're breaking a stereotype.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's even on this album, Ben thought it was a woman singing. No, nigga, that's me. Nigga, you're looking at right now. That is me.
Fire.
That's not even rapping on the album, which Ian had brought out of me too. I wasn't ever gonna do that in my career again until he brought it out that same night that I pulled up there. And that's another thing that I do find very important and very very blush. It's very it feels so freeing. I didn't feel like I needed to sing in my falsetto voice all the fucking time. If I wanted to rap on a song, I would put down a verse.
You could be exactly who you were in that moment.
And that's why I'm rapping on this album, and that's why I'm singing on this album. And that's why I love this album. It's I was free in making it, and that's all that mattered to me at the time. And so it's even on Pop Out, I'm rapping in a vulgar ass, bro, I'm you heard the song.
Yeah.
But tell him what you did though. Tell him what's that verse. Son.
So
I'm trying to get all
shit,
deep. No,
fuck her. All right, see, I said, fuck her on the couch. My bad, bro. I was turned.
I knew that was real.
That was real. That was real. I'm human. Okay, I'm human.
Nah, but
yo.
when I heard it was a counter.
It was not the counter, bro.
B&B,
There's a common misconception. It was a common misconception. It is not. It was not. I want to put that out there. It was not on the counter.
You just meet him.
Yes, and he's having sex with someone at the B&B. Nah, and they was like 2 weeks, twin.
We were acquainted.
That's when I knew it was sharp.
We were acquainted. I got a little drunk, and there was a girl who came over, and no one was like, I thought everyone was asleep, and like I was like, you know what, shawty, you kind of fine, and we got up to it, and you know how. Shit.
We don't know
You know
how
how
you.
it be. You know how it be.
We don't know. We just met you, twin.
You know, nigga. I was living with you, twin. I lived with this nigga for a couple months. You know, nigga.
Okay, twin. Okay.
But
Oh, it's
yeah,
funny.
Pop Out's a fire one. I think that was probably also the same night Amir came around, right? Was it the same night?
I hope.
I think
I
it
don't
was
know
the
what y'all
same night
niggas
Amir
doing.
came around. He walked in looking like Jesus Christ
When
with
he's-
the fucking hair. Nigga looked like Black Jesus, Southside Messiah. But yeah, he came in that same night. That I didn't like. That was also a crazy first impression. I like walked in. I also wasn't, contrary to popular belief, like niggas ask me all the time, but like I also was not like a Brockhampton like fan either. I wasn't. Like I listened to some songs and they were fire. And I listened to Ian's songs too. But I was more of a tripped out when Ian texted me because of his place in the culture, not because of like the Brockhampton shit and stuff like that.
Well, doesn't Brockhampton fuel his place in the culture?
It does, but it's
Because how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
20.
And I'm like,
Right.
and I see no
Yeah,
hate,
that is young.
no hate
Wait,
on
but-
no hate on anyone, but I see
interesting.
Ian's face and I see where he's done and everything that he's been at in the culture, like him fucking standing next to Sabrina Carpenter and shit, like his place in the culture is what I thought was fire. And so when he texted me, I was like, holy shit, like it's this nigga.
I don't want to be that guy, but I have seen Brockhampton perform more than once with Sabrina Carpenter. So she is also a Brockhampton fan.
Yeah.
But it's Sabrina
Yeah.
Carpenter in the place. I fuck with people for the
fucking with
culture.
you,
I
but
fuck with
there's a
people in their
case-
places
No,
and
I
in
love this
others'
honesty.
lives. Like I don't. I fuck with the culture. Like Sabrina Carpenter, I fuck with because of what she's like, how where she is in the culture. And like people fuck with Sabrina Carpenter because she's cool. Like she's doing like no matter her music and like I don't listen to her, bro. I don't, but I fuck with her so heavy.
But she makes great music.
She makes good music. She does.
Yes, but
I
I
don't
think a
listen to her,
part
but
of
it's
why
great
you
music,
fuck
though.
with her is because of like the journey and the work
Exactly.
and the dedication
Exactly.
and the years and years, like 10,000 hours times 4 dedicated to like a series of like 3 different crafts that like all culminate into what
Okay.
we see every day.
And to that point, that's what I love about where I am today, where it's like, and what I love about Dr. Dre, like not giving up and reinventing yourself and just like you keep chasing it no matter what. That's like, oh, it's like a superhero.
Inspirational.
It's a superhero.
But a part of this is a reinvention, no? Even though it is
Yeah,
true to
no.
what you've always done.
What blushes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reinvent. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah, I was
I
really.
think it's tight. I think it's tight.
I found it very interesting that like when I was there, he's like, "Oh, I just listened to Saturation for the first time." Like after you'd already done shit on the album, I was like, "That's really interesting. That's really weird."
But it is
Yeah.
but it's a lot of things. Like, it's like it is a collection of age, and like that is weird too.
Yeah.
When you realize that there is a group of people who are so young
Yeah.
that like maybe weren't necessarily around at
Yeah.
like or listening or consuming
Yeah.
culture in that way.
For sure.
They're like,
It's strange.
it's really cool though. Like I
Different perspective.
changed
It's
in
fucking
a lot
awesome.
of different ways since me meeting Ian in general. Like even I want to say like meeting Ian and also Amir too has been like a way. It's like changed me in the way of like the way that I carry myself and like my attitude and sense of even towards my music. Like and even on tour, like I feel like I would have been very different on tour if I never met them either. It's like I never really also had like mentors in a way in my life towards like even like male figures that were like older than me in that sense, or people in the music space that I would listen to, like I want to say, and that's also why it's like very important to me as well, because like Blush itself, like this music is attached to my journey now, and it's like attached to my life and my memories now. It's like it is a movie. It's a movie to me. It's like I sit like standing out on the porch. I remember standing out on the porch talking to Amir about what I can do to better myself and like get myself and make myself more of a incorporate, because I'm a product of culture, like and myself, especially like as a Black man, like I'm like in doing everything that I am, and I didn't see myself as important until I met them, like as like I didn't see myself as a star until I met them. Like I didn't see myself as, I want to say I separated Love Spells and myself before I met them, if that makes sense. And now I see more of Love Spells as myself, because it is like, it's like, even in terms of like how Quadeca is Ben, or like Kevin Abstract is still Clifford Simpson. It's like those two things are still one. Like they're not detached from me. And in the way that I've literally been mentored by them essentially since I've like met them. Like, and so even all the conversations we had, all the watching them work, things like that, it's like it's a fucking movie. Blush is a movie to me. Blush is like a tale of my life right now. And it's like a point. It's something I'm always gonna remember because of that.
I mean, you're on.
Beautiful.
Damn, that's really.
You want any aqua panna?
I want to leave. I want to leave.
You're on so many of
So
the
sweet.
records, so many of the songs.
He's on every song, damn near.
It's crazy. It's really special. I mean, you mentioned Amir. What is it like working with Amir again after many, many years of not?
It's amazing because that man has been like my creative soul partner since I was 14 years old.
A human being you met on the internet, just like everybody else.
I met him in
correct?
high school.
Oh, he was okay. So
Yeah, I met him in high school.
how much of the group was formed off of like a freaking fan forum or whatever?
Half of BH, half of Brockhampton was formed on a Kanye West fan forum.
Dude,
So, I know.
Nowadays, if
I
a
know.
band was formed off of Kanye
I
West,
know.
forum,
It sounds crazy.
they would need to be put on a watch
It's
list.
a different type of band. It's not musical, twin.
You don't
like-
want to see what that band
That was
Yeah.
you know, I'm 28 years old. That was 2010.
Different time. Okay, different time.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
But also, some things
whatever,
never
like-
change. Like your ability to connect with people over the internet still remains a strength.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, look at us.
Yeah.
Literally. So, but yeah, half was on the forum, and then the other half was at high school in the Woodlands, Texas, north of Houston. Arcade Fire wrote an album about it called The Suburbs. Album of the year at the Grammys. Come on, twin. You know, had to go back home. Twin.
Represent.
Represent the Woodlands.
What brought you and Amir back together? 'Cause you guys hadn't spoke for a while, right?
No, yeah, we weren't together. It's just yeah, I think it's like a creative spirit thing. You know, went back home and just he's living there, I'm living there, and I'm making music that reminds me of that era. And it's like, let me call Amir. Yeah.
Do you think you would have only connected by being home? Like, would that connection have happened any other place?
I think there's no other way this album could have been made without me going back home, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What is it like rekindling something like that for the first time in a long time?
Difficult.
How so?
I don't know how to explain. It was difficult, though.
When did you know it was actually coming back into what it used to be? Or is it never going to be what it was, but it's something different and new?
Yeah, something new. So it's a new type of friendship and creative partnership.
When did you realize it was working?
As soon as as soon as we made the first song together that ended up being on Blush.
What was it?
I think Pop Out or
Bloom.
Bloom. It was Bloom.
Yeah.
Bloom, Pop Out.
Great song.
But we might cut Bloom though. Trying to figure it out.
Wait, what?
My bad. Just trying to add some drama.
Are we still gonna do work on the record? I'm always like, let's just mix this a little better. Let's make one more with
You been
you.
waiting to hear that.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, let's go.
No, I like Bloom. I
like
support
it
Bloom.
too.
Why would you cut it?
I would cut it because I just think the album could be, excuse me, a little shorter. A little shorter.
Yeah, but why does it matter?
It doesn't really, I guess. You know.
What do you think?
Yeah,
You're
what do you think?
the one
What
with
do
the
you
plaques
think?
on the wall.
You
I'm not
listen.
any of these.
Yeah, Doja Cat up here.
I think you have a lot of really incredible records that are timeless. I don't think cutting one song for the sake of time at this stage is like necessarily vital, but also I would keep intact the story you're looking to tell over anything, because even at 18 songs it flows really well, and it's not a full 18. Like I think there's like an interlude and like so it's like,
Introduction.
two shorter records. So
Damn, you heard the album too, Twin?
Yeah.
You
We
did.
can't shit.
Of course
yeah,
we both heard it.
no.
I'm joking.
Shit, son.
By the way, I gotta say, it's so funny you're talking about DMs. It's like, how did Ian get here? He sent us a DM.
Yeah, reach out to y'all. I just hit you direct.
But I gotta say, I have personally been trying to get you back on this show for.
We've been trying for a while and it's hard to get
Damn.
you.
I just
until
want-
you reach
That
out
is so
personally.
interesting.
See?
I want you to
try-
forever
I'm-
know
So
that.
he been in Houston, Texas.
Texas.
I feel like you're very accessible, but only if the time's right. You know
That's
what I
fair.
mean? So it's
That's
like
true.
it's like you could be reaching out
That's
to him,
true.
but then immediately he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna pull up."
That
It's
is
like,
true.
"Oh, okay." You know what I mean?
Is
It's
that a
like,
good or bad
You
thing?
gotta summon that nigga on a full moon.
I don't know. I think it's whatever.
It's strange, yeah. It's like 50-50.
Wait, can we talk about Geezer and can we talk about Maroon? Are those songs done at the same time?
Nah. Dom has been one of like my biggest creative inspirations since I found his music when I was like whenever we first started like linking up. And at times he'll just send me music. Him or Reed, who I'm working with now too. They'll just like send me songs and I'll tell them what I'm working on and they're like, "Oh, that's a cool idea." But then maybe they'll go ghost. And then maybe we'll talk again. And now we're here, basically. That's how that happened. But
So that's your collaboration process with Dominic Fike?
yeah. that's being Dom's friend.
Yeah.
You might not talk to that nigga for a second, but I'm, that's my boy though.
By
For
the way,
life.
I
Like
just
my
gotta
brother.
say, that's a real friend. A real friend
Yeah.
that doesn't judge somebody for going silent and
Yeah, I
riding
don't-
in and out.
Right. Yeah, I understand because I do that to people too, and
Me
it's not on
too.
purpose, but like I be going through shit.
Same.
It's like
And I gotta say, the best friends are the ones that don't skip a fucking beat and do not even ask a
Yeah.
question about it.
yeah, if he needs me, I'm there.
That's what matters.
Same with these two men right here.
It's beautiful, too.
I'm being for real.
You and Dom have a crazy story, like,
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
because you and like what you did for his career, and it's just like crazy to see all the little ripples
Can you
of like
explain
everything.
it a little bit?
Me and Dom?
Yeah, give us the backstory because you also had a hand in Euphoria, but I know you go back way before then.
Yeah, I met him. I saw his mugshot photo. I was like, he looks beautiful. Who is this person? And then I listened to the music. I was like, there's no, similar to Bro. It's like, there's no way this nigga sings this way when he was in jail.
Ooh, I see that, actually. That
You know
makes
what I'm
a
saying?
lot of sense.
I was like, what is
yeah.
going on? And I just DM'd him. And then we just like met at Flognaw, I think. And
Whoa.
it was like brief. He's kind of quiet. And I was like, this nigga hates me. I was like, he's bad as fuck. Like, it was confusing.
You like that?
yeah, I do. And then I think, we kind of just like kept kicking it every now and then. And like I was working on this album that Jack Antonoff produced for me called Arizona Baby. And I tweeted throughout like it's like during the rollout, I tweeted like, I need Dominic Fike on the album or I'm not releasing it. And then he texted me like, Twin, you could just text me, bro. Like, why are you being dramatic? And he pulled to the studio or our crib in Laurel Canyon at the time. And he was playing these chords. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. And I was with Romel. And then Dom hated the chords he played and the verse he laid. I was like, bro, trust me, it's so good. And then he left and ended up being the biggest song of my career to this day up until this Blush stuff.
Ooh, we're talking about that
Peach.
song?
It's called Peach, yeah.
Whoa.
And then yeah, I don't know. And then I was like, I felt like he's the right creative collaborator for me. Similar way that I felt about Amir. You know, it's like it just works. Or Ben or Spells. Like you feel it. You know, you don't want to run away from stuff like that if you're obsessed with what you do. And I love making music, so yeah. Yeah, that's how I think about me and Dom's, like, at least the start of our journey, I guess. And I think it's also why Geezer feels so appropriate, because it feels like us. It feels like we're being real. Yeah, and I didn't even want to I was like in an argument or some shit with my ex, and he called me, or Reed called me, and they're like, "Yo, pull up, like, do this song. It's called Geezer." I think they had the whole shit laid out. I was like, bruh, I'm arguing with this nigga right now. And someone had to like drag me out the crib. But then like I pulled up to Conway and we did it. We did like a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, but
that's when you do all your best songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's when we did Texas Blue. I didn't even know that, but you kept like walking outside, and I was like, "Oh, something's going on."
And I was dealing with a breakup.
You were doing it, yeah.
Yeah, literally. That's kind of my.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Going
Chaos.
back to the chaos thing, exactly. Yeah, like it's kind of fuels a lot of. It does fuel a lot of stuff for me, but
I couldn't do it.
I know
you have so many people involved.
You're too organized.
I wouldn't even say I'm organized at all, but I just think like, because you mix your life and creativity, and the people who are helping you make the music, you're having drama with them, or you know what I mean. It's like I can have a messy life. I could have messy art, but I need like the window between me and the art. If it gets blurred with other people, I could see how it could make it better, like with these moments of like just emotional release. But it's stressing me out imagining it. You know,
you gotta know how to manage it. And well, it's not for everyone.
What do you learn from somebody like Jack Antonoff that you actually apply that knowledge in these situations?
He taught me how to choose a single.
Okay, that's pretty good.
How did he teach you?
Yeah. What's the secret?
Because
I need to know, twin.
Because I asked him, how do you pick a single? And he said, it should always be sorry, Jack. I'm just giving it was in private, but whatever.
Like, no.
I mean, I think he'll be okay with it. He was like, just make sure you do a song that, make sure you put out a song that you're comfortable performing for the rest of your career. You know. Yeah. And I was like, okay. So do things that feel truthful. Do things that feel like that you feel connected to.
And that is Blush.
Yeah.
That
literally. Blush, Geezer, all this, whatever the fuck this is we're making right now. It's all happening in real time. But like, yeah, that's how I feel.
What is the story that you're telling with this body of work? Is there one cohesive story that's woven through all 18 songs?
Yeah. It's I would say Post Breakup Beauty is the it's the heart of the album, because it's like the entire record to me is a breakup record, and it's a summer record, and it's like things I would listen to growing up that like my mom would be playing in the car or something, like sonically, you know what I'm trying to say? So like it's a breakup album.
It's a breakup album, but it doesn't necessarily totally feel fully like a breakup album.
Because I made it with people that love me and people I love, and we're like smiling the whole time. You know, they helped me get over the breakup, and I think that's my favorite part about Blush, really. It's like, I just feel so free. You know, it feels very free.
Who is Yoko Ono? I know who Yoko Ono is, but there's a reference here, right? Are you not?
I love that song. That's such a good song.
What's the Beatles like? Yoko Ono, I don't want to know.
That is so good.
Imagine I actually didn't know who Yoko Ono was, and I was looking for you to tell me.
No, it's like, I would say it's like maybe, yeah. I don't want to say. I want to tell you a secret, but I can't say the secret because I don't need more drama as I do this press run.
But you could use the chaos for the next project.
Oh, look at you.
So if you want to pop in at the end.
You don't want to
Pop
say
it
that.
in.
No,
Okay.
can't.
You want to
Don't
whisper
give
in
him
my ear and I'll
ideas.
say
He's
it?
gonna be tweeting that out by tonight.
They right. Literally. They know. They know.
I don't think I do know.
I'm saying they know as in Yoko Ono knows.
Oh, okay, my fault. Sorry.
Maroon. So you essentially do 2 records with Dom, but one you go to his studio to do. So I'm assuming that's more for what he was doing at the time. Or?
Yeah, I think he was working on a mixtape. He was like, I want to make songs I would listen to like on this trip I'm going to in Hawaii. And I was like, all right, bet. And it does sound like that.
It's a great motivation.
It's lit. I do shit like that all the time too. But and then Maroon is just something that him and Reed sent it to me because he's like, oh, like this feels like Blush because he's talking about like making someone blush. You know, I was like, oh, cool. As simple as that, really. I was like, oh, this song's great. Makes sense. And we just like work through it. And it's cool. Like, yeah, I love the idea of people listening to the record and like, I don't gotta be on every song, but it feels like the spirit of my artistry lives throughout the record.
And that's what you're doing. World
Thanks.
building, universe building. I get
Thanks.
the vision, dude.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I understand.
I know it's complicated and it's weird to articulate, but that's why I wanted to talk to you about it because I like your style of journalism. I think it's cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Or my lack of journalism, I guess. I really am just a curious individual.
I like how free it is, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like how free it is.
Really appreciate that.
No, I mean it.
How'd you get Truly Young in the studio?
I met Truly at Camp Flognaw, but I was like, we're making Saturation or something. And I would have like all these images up on the wall of like my idols. It was like Dr. Dre and like Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, things like that. And I'm watching Defiant Ones and I go to Dr. Dre's Instagram, he's promoting it, and he tagged Truly. And I went to her page, it said follow back. I was like, basically. And I just followed her and she was like, oh, like, I saw you at this concert. Because I opened up for The Neighborhood back in the day when I was like coming up. Jesse Rutherford low-key put me on. Like, that's how I initially like got fans, really. And then but yeah, I bumped into her at Flognaw and we're mutuals on the gram and we just became friends. And I've known her for a very long time and she was there for me last summer when I was like, you know, going through hell, really.
How long did this breakup go on for?
It happened so quickly, but like, you know, I felt the build up because I'm so sensitive. Yeah.
And then the coming down is, that's not instant.
Yeah, it's fried. It's so fried. But she came to Texas with me. Like, she was just there for me. That's my nigga. I love Truly.
It's a real friend.
Yeah, real friend. Real, super real friend.
Does all of this redefine like what you look for in relationships, both friendship or collaborative or even like a partner?
For sure, absolutely.
What a great question.
Yeah. It's made me want just more real relationships from myself, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be more real with like just with the partner and with myself and with the people around me who are judging the situation. Like, I just want everything to just be like streamlined. Not to sound like I'm in a business meeting, but tight.
What is it? I mean, how can one streamline relationships?
I know. Yeah.
It's hard.
I know
I know what you mean, though.
You know what I mean? It makes no sense, but you get what I'm
like
trying to say.
not trying to like, circle around everything.
Yeah, just get straight to the point. It's
Yeah.
like, what are we doing?
Don't beat around a bush.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to be blunt, and confrontation's hard, and like being
Especially in
straightforward
queer
is hard.
relationships.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
It's like, what are we doing? Yeah.
Being
But
queer is hard, man.
it's gay.
Happy Pride.
So
twin.
true. So real. Can we talk about Danny Brown?
Of course, my favorite rapper of all time, next to Drigo, baby. Danny Brown. Oh my god.
Why does he get his own song that's under a minute?
Because, that's just very like, it just reminds me of the albums I grew up listening to, like on Late Registration. Common has his own song. My favorite Dr. Dre album is 2001. And my favorite song on that record, Dre's not even on it. Like, I just love moments like that where it's like a scene change, you know, curtain opens, new character, like, you know what I mean? And like, just everything he says on it just feels so appropriate for this story.
Such a good verse.
Than yoga teachers with fat ass.
It's such a great verse.
It's so because funny, but it's like there's like lines where you're like, wow, like that's crazy. Like I love when he says, success comes to those too busy to notice it.
I always think about
like,
that.
is that like a real thing? He's like, I
so
really think about it, and so it's like, yeah, it's 48 seconds or whatever, but it gets so much done.
Yeah,
like it does what it's 48 seconds, but he did it all in 48 seconds. You know,
Danny Brown's so real.
He's fucking sick.
Yeah, he's
bro.
real. He's great.
Yeah.
He lives in Texas as well.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, it just all felt right, and like, I consider him a friend, and he also gave BH a really great moment with like one of our last albums, Roadrunner. Yeah, Buzzcut. Like, he just went insane on that as well.
You niggas ain't alphas, you incels.
Oh my god.
Oh, he has a good Danny voice. So.
That's good. That's a hard one to do.
Text Me's a great record too.
Oh, thanks. You like the album.
I do.
Thank
I'm a
you.
big
Wait,
fan.
what are y'all's favorites?
97
Favorite tracks?
Jag, I think.
97
that's a
Jag?
great one.
97 Jag is
Oh,
my favorite.
Okay.
I love
Swear,
going back
swear,
to that.
swear.
Swear.
You like that shit? What's yours?
I love Pop Out. I love Girlfriend.
Oh, you a Grammy
I love
ass nigga.
Text Me. Yeah.
Thanks.
I got some good ones.
Thanks.
Also Seiko on Text Me, pretty cool.
Yeah, he's great.
I think he's like a once in a generation voice.
Yeah, Siku, I met
Such a
him
good
through.
Amazing.
Well, AJ put me on to him at first, and then this nigga Spells like, I know Siku, I can FaceTime him right now. And you just called this nigga, and then he was like,
I love Seeker.
We didn't use him enough.
He's so gifted.
He was awesome shit.
he thought, never mind. That's my nigga though. I love him. He actually makes me so happy.
Yeah. He's a whole character.
Yeah, he's like
He always
you,
smells
kinda.
so good.
He smells great. He's so tall and like.
Dude, he's
a
time-
diva. He's like an old black grandma.
Yeah, yes. But the voice is crazy. I'm telling you, it's timeless shit.
Siku's a different nigga.
Like, he's so good. Oh wait, that's
He's
a
great.
that shit didn't make the cut.
I gotta say, like,
yeah.
And everyone is listening to his music. Everyone's like,
Yeah. No, he's
I
like,
don't want to name drop, but like, everyone's bringing up to me.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah. He's
fucking great.
You know.
Yeah. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's
Wild.
lit.
He's so bro.
You still have a special place in your heart for Vanessa Carlton?
Of course, forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Every time I'm making music, it's like it has to be playing in Chili's, bruh. Like, even if it's a rap song, can this play in Chili's?
But that's like a very unique, but like beautiful kind of thing to kind of see it all through. It's a great lens.
I'm too nostalgic, I think.
No, bro. Nostalgia comes up in 75% of conversations.
Oh shit, man.
Bam.
Is that where you read
Yeah,
that?
no, it's true.
And most of
True.
nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Thanks.
75% of conversations revolve around some sort of nostalgia. It's I told Ben like at a meeting where someone said you should, like that I make music that's timely and timeless. So timely is in now, but also in the future people are still gonna appreciate it, and that also feels like Blush.
That's cool.
By the way, like
feel that.
that's also the songs that are played in the Chili's.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you're looking at
People
it.
still,
Through
people not to bring it up again. I'm sorry, but people still play Brockhampton.
oh, forever. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
People are still talking about it on TikTok. There's a resurgence because it's the nostalgia.
You have one
that's so
big
true. It's
record that we played like crazy. What was it? Fuck. That's when we met you. You were
Sugar.
you were working this record and it was huge. You had to do a Lipa remix.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I remember.
Dua Lipa, we need you on Blush too.
Please,
Thank you.
please, we love you so much.
Manifest it. Listen to Blush. It's waiting for you. I really, Ian and everybody, like I really appreciate you. I never
You're the GOAT. Thanks for talking to us.
real recognizes real.
Bro.
Literally
What
forever.
you
and
just said?
always.
Say that again.
Real recognizes real.
Type shit.
Never heard that before?
No, I have. I just like that.
Oh, okay.
No, but genuinely, like I was so surprised to get a DM from you, but it filled me with very great joy and happiness.
Well, thanks for talking.
Oh, literally, you could do it for
I've
hours.
never set up a interview through Instagram DM.
Wow,
Yeah.
we're the first.
Yeah, and I'm about to do it the whole press run with Jen's help as well. Jen, I see you, Swan.
You guys are very special.
Thanks
Thank
so much.
you for
Thank you so
really
much.
Thank you.
shaping culture and doing this with us. I really appreciate it.
No, thanks a lot.
You good?
They gotta go.
I know.
Blush,
Bye,
let's
everybody.
go. Bet. Thanks.
Stuff.
Hell yeah.